institutions from WRO and CRO region. I welcome all the representatives of the institution, and also I welcome our Honorable Chairman Sir for this today's interaction. Now I request Honorable Chairman Sir to start with the proceedings of this particular session with the Viksit Bharat at 2047, followed by approval process related discussions. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. In today's meeting, addressing to two regions, what we are going to do is first part one is Viksit Bharat at 2047, voice of the youth. And the second part, we are going to talk about the new approval process handbook related thing, and also particularly on the new portal we are going to launch by December 20th, where we need to, all of you need to get logged in and submit the data and for approval process, approval clear. So let me first of all warm welcome to all of you and thank you very much for joining at very short notice. Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji launched Viksit Bharat at 2047 Voice of the Youth via video conferencing on 11th of December at 11 a.m. And there is a lot, he gave a clarion call to all the students, teachers, and all the people, stakeholders in the education sector. The 7 key takeaway from Prime Minister's address are: for India, this is an Amrut Kal, which is ongoing right now. Okay, the last 25 years of our independence. Okay, there is 75 years we have completed in 2023, and we have 25 more 2047. This is the period in the history of India when the country is going to take quantum leap. So it's going to be a developed India by 2047. For that, he gave a clarion call to every one of us to participate. Every student, every teacher. Is not able to hear?
Yes, I think that's a problem. Yes, clear, sir. It's clear.
Today, every institution and every individual should move with the resolution that every effort and act will be for Viksit Bharat. The aim of your goals, your resolution should be only one, that is developed India. All of us have to think about developed India by 2047, and we need to give a lot of ideas. So there will be a portal where you have to put in your ideas. Ideas starts with an I, just like India begins with an I. The Prime Minister remarked, as he underlined, that the idea of development can only begin with the I of the self. So he clearly emphasized that each one of you should give an idea on how to make Bharat as a developed Bharat by 2047. When citizens, in whatever role, start doing the duty, the country moves forward. It's very important. He emphasized the role of citizens, role of every one of us. He emphasized also, we have 25 years of Amrit Kal in front of us. We have to work 24 hours a day for the goal of Viksit Bharat. This is the environment we have to create as a family. He also emphatically said youth power is both the agent of change and also the beneficiaries of the change. As you all know, we have the largest young population in the world, and and all of them, if they put in their hand to make India as a developed India, the things will become very fast and very quick and will be very productive for Bharat. So the roadmap of progress will not be decided by the government alone. That's what he emphasized. He actually say that by the nation will actually create the roadmap. Viksit Bharat has to be built only through the Sabka Prayas. So he appealed for every one of us to participate. So I urge, as Chairman AICTE, to request every student and every faculty and all the administrators of the engineering institutions to join hands in this process of making developed India by 2047. If you look at it carefully with the youth, all the youth of the nation participating, this is no more a dream. It's going to be a reality soon, because we have seen large amount of development in the infrastructure and educational infrastructure in every sector. Actually, India has done very well. So considering this, I urge every youth to join the platform and raise ideas, okay, and give new thought process. And there is a clear step process how to do this, okay. And also we will release a small video step how to do these things in 1 or 2 days. And also you can log in and put in your ideas. And I urge every one of you to do this so that we have 1 crore or more idea for the nation. So where then, we can start prioritizing them, implementing them to become developed India by 2047. So thank you for your attention. I hope all of you are clear on the process and steps. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom and guiding our youth for the participation. If any questions related to particularly Viksit Bharat, you are free to raise your hands. We'll take the queries first for the Viksit Bharat, followed by the approval process. Please, if you have any queries, you can raise your hands.
Dr. Neil.
Dr. Neelkant.
Dr. Neelkant. I think Dr. Neelkant, you had some problem with the connectivity.
Yeah, Prashant.
Dr. Prashant.
You are unmuted. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. What will
Prashant.
be the yes, sir? What will be the age
Jaya.
range?
Unmute Jaya also.
Jaya.
Hello, hello. Have you got my name? My voice is clear.
Unmute. Karo.
Unmute. Jaya.
Second one.
Second one. Hello, Jaya.
We are unable to hear you.
Jaya. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, your voice is coming. Please proceed. Any questions?
Yeah, please.
Vikram Patil.
Vikram Patil.
Unmute Vikram Patil. Yes, you are unmuted, Patil.
Recently, our institute got accredited at A++. Sir, my question is, 15% of the professor of practice is applicable, is allowed in all cadres.
So listen, we will come to that in a little while. We will
Okay.
come to that in a little while because we will make a brief presentation about approval process. Definitely, we will answer that question. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
This session is particularly for the Viksit Bharat.
Viksit Bharat.
And then soon after this, immediately we will start the other one.
Yeah.
If you don't have any question on Viksit
Then we
Bharat,
will
don't
start
raise
with
your hand.
yeah,
We will start the other question.
that PGM Zo Kodke. Sir, any question?
Principal of Prezi Moje College of Engineering, Pune. I want to ask one thing. You have recently added BBA and BCA courses.
Hello,
in
sir.
engineering
Please,
institute.
sir, actually, please listen to us first. Actually, we are now in the first part of today's interaction.
Don't
It
worry,
is
I think
because
don't worry. We will take up your question
Yeah.
little later, if you don't mind. Okay.
yes, sir.
So let's
we
start.
start with
Yeah, I think they are all waiting for that.
Approval. Second PPT.
The first
Second one. No. That's sir's PPT. PDF है ना? Yes. This one. Yeah.
So let me very briefly touch upon
Next.
the changes we brought out in the 24, 25 and 25, 26, 26, 27. 3 years approval process we brought. First time, this is a big change. And as you know, that this was already released on the 6th of December. And then 9th December, we had our vice chairman had an interaction meeting with you. And even before this, first time we brought up all these uploaded for your comments for almost 15 days.
Yes, sir.
So we have received more than 600 comments.
Yes.
And all that has been taken
will.
into consideration. And even now, if we have any doubts, we are ready to clarify. And that is why this interaction meeting is kept. So the AICTE approval process now actually has been put 5 months in advance. See, generally we used to put it at the month of April or May, sorry, March or April. But this time we have advanced it at least 4 months. Advanced it by 4 months. So 20th of December, we are going to start our portal for you to register, which generally is to open only in the month of March, April. Okay, so that means you have a clear advance, so that we want to bring the calendar of activities also, in tune with the nation's other programs.
Yes.
So that's the whole idea after the pandemic. We wanted to bring this. So the changes, I'm not going to again make a brief presentation, because all of you know that, because you are ready with questions. So let's go to see, we have given you some statistics, and we have new rules for new institutions, for existing institutions. Okay, and we brought, what are the changes we brought in this approval process handbook? You already know, because we have released it in the media. We have put it on our social media. It is also on our website. And we, as I told you, we had already interaction meetings couple of times now. And morning, I've also addressed 2 other regions. And again, I'm going to do tomorrow 2 other regions. And after tomorrow, finally, we wanted to cover all the regions in India, so that if you have any doubts, which can be clarified. So with this brief introduction, I think I will request Dr. Swami to make the next presentation, which is more about our portal, which is going to come for particularly the new institutions which are going to come this time of BBA, BCA, BMS, all undergraduate management education, and all undergraduate computer application courses, which are now as a mandatory approval from AICTE. And he is going to tell you the approval process, how to do this online. My only appeal to you is, don't consult any agency or agents for doing this. We will set up a helpline at AICTE. We will set up a demonstration also as we go along daily, and our team will be available to you at any time online.
Yes.
Okay, you don't need to even visit us.
Yes.
It can be done online in a very simple way. So do that. And what is the benefit? Benefit is, you have many benefits, like our engineering colleges, like curriculum will be given to you. Okay, which is what do I say, model curriculum, which will be developed by state-of-the-art experts, and also considering industry needs, with mandatory internship in the program. Okay, and we will also come up with teachers training through our AICTE Teaching and Learning Academy. And we will also have internship portal open to you. We will have placement portal open to you. Okay, which is AICTE placement portal open to you. And many other benefits like scholarships will be available to your students, for needy students or poor students, which are different kind of scholarships are available. Okay, Pragati, Saksham, and Swanath, and many such scholarships are available at AICTE. There are guidelines, requirements. Once you become member, you will know all that. And we will also actually send you AICTE Connect newsletter, highlighting very, very new programs which we are going to bring for all our affiliated colleges. So with this brief introduction, and we are bringing new initiative, like one laptop, one student, one nation, one student ID, many such. And we are also planning to give grant autonomy to polytechnic institutions. And we are also planning to develop courses on SWAYAM. Many such activities will be there. Professor of practice, we will also address. One question raised by Professor of practice is, we have extended from last year 10% to 15%. And more than that, we are going to also bring out a policy of having a younger industry person to come and teach in your college. That is assistant and associate professors, which we will also send you the guidelines, which are almost ready for circulation, which we will also announce it. So with this brief introduction to the changes brought to the approval process, which is a very, very new thing, new policy we have brought. We are not simply announcing. We had given enough time for everybody to comment. If you have not seen, again, we have given you now also to chance to understand what are the difficulties we are facing. So over to Dr. Swami to make a brief presentation on the way portal, approval process portal will be there for you to use it.
Thank you, sir. Randhir, please, that next
Slide, please.
Next slide, yeah. So actually, I'm giving in just a few minutes the details. So here, basically, I'm focusing on that new institutions and also the existing institutions, how they can come to that portal. First of all, as far as the new institutions are concerned, I mean, for the last 2 years, as per the policy of the Government of India, all the institutions who are going to come up and to do the operations in Indian soil, they need to register through NSW portal. So, sir, what is this new thing you may ask? Actually, here only thing is that Government of India wants to know how many new institutions are coming up in this country. It's this particular thing is not only applicable for the higher education institutions, even for the other institutions also, I mean at the school education. So this is the common procedure which need to be followed by all the institutions. Accordingly, we also in line with the Government of India's policy, we made a provision for all our institutions, whether new or existing institutions, to come to AICTE portal via NSW portal. New institutions, first of all, first time they need to register, and it's just a basic information, and what is that trust and other things, so contact details, etc. That is the only thing and nothing else. And as such, there is no fees and other things for making a registration. And once you successfully register on this NSW portal, so then it will direct you to, since you are coming up for AICTE approval related things, definitely it will redirect all such institutions to AICTE portal. Then that all institutions will land in AICTE portal for the further this thing steps to be followed. In AICTE portal, you will see that this thing, I mean, exclusive icon, which is highlighted for this particular approval process, apart from other things also. And once you click on that icon, so you will get into that next step. That particular step will clearly indicate the series of or the sequence in which the institutions can go through that online application and how they can submit the application step after the step. So this is a self-explanatory kind of a thing, and it will take you till the end, from the beginning till the end, that is till the submission. And once the successful submission is done, so then that last part is the payment part, which is as applicable, the TR charges need to be paid from the institution side. This year, as far as the new institutions are concerned, the important change is as sir rightly mentioned already, that restriction on opening of that colleges related to that engineering and technology is lifted last year only. And this year, apart from that, one more important thing is BBA and BCA, means undergraduate programs in computer application and management are also brought under the ambit of AICTE as per the provisions of the Act. Since for the last so many years, AICTE is granting approval for the postgraduate courses under the corresponding two streams, that is computer application and management related areas. This year, the new and one important change which has brought is that BBA and BCA, the existing institutions which are running BBA, BCA are also need to take approval of AICTE in as is basis. The way in which they are presently performing, means without disturbing their academic setup and their administrative setup and their affiliation setup, we are not going to disturb any of their existing activities. That is why I mentioned as is basis, the institutions will be permitted to make an application on AICTE portal and obtain the formal approval from AICTE for whatever the intake which they are having. This is for the existing institution. In case if the existing institutions are planning to have an increase in intake in that BCA and BBA, even that is also permitted. And of course, whatever that facilities required by such institutions, if they are having such facilities, so definitely AICTE will permit even the increase also apart from whatever the intake they are having. Then as far as the altogether new BBA, BCA institutions are concerned, for that as per the policies defined in that first chapter of our approval process, there is a restriction as far as the numbers are concerned. And of course, that number for BCA and BBA is up to 300. It is permitted. They can start with that. And from the next year onwards, like any other existing institution, in case if they are having requisite facilities in terms of infrastructure, faculty, etc., they can also think of going for expansion. So these things are permitted for the institutions. And once they get approval, as sir already explained, all the benefits which are applicable for our existing AICTE approved institutions like engineering or management or this thing applied arts and crafts, hotel management and catering technology, all such benefits will be entitled for even this BBA and BCA institutions also. And above all, the global level recognition all these institutions and your students will going to get apart from all the other benefits. So this will going to boost the morale of the students and also bringing the quality and streamlining the quality of technical education in this country. So as a step towards making or fine-tuning all these things, especially coming under the purview of this technical and management education, AICTE has taken a step forward in bringing this BBA and BCA from this year under its ambit, only with a positive motto of helping all the institutions in all aspects, not to put any kind of a hurdle. It is a facilitation kind of a thing from AICTE side, because all this thing, I mean, the existing institutions are well aware that of the late how AICTE as into the role of a facilitator rather than a regulator. The same facilitator role will also get extended to BBA and BCA institutions. And for the benefit of the institutions, first time AICTE has brought the concept of giving approval for the multiple years. And this year, and the institutions which are fulfilling one of the conditions as mentioned in the second chapter, so like NBA accredited for 30% of their eligible courses, NAC accreditation, so then more than 80% of that enrollment, then QS ranking, then NIRF ranking. So all these institutions so can get the multiple years approval if they are willing to take so. Of course, subject to the making the TR charges in one time for all the 3 years. So these are some of the important things. And apart from that, there is one more important change is the existing affiliating institutions. See here, it is not the question of a university. It is only for the affiliating institutions which are affiliated to any of the technical university or any other university. Such type of institutions can think of opening one off campus, provided if they are fulfilling certain conditions which are clearly defined in the chapter 2 of the approval process handbook. Apart from this, one more important thing is industry collaboration. PG programs or even the UG programs also can be offered, but the more focused target is to help the PG level courses, especially in the emerging areas, to have a tie-up with research organizations and cutting edge technology organizations. Means any industry which is dealing with such a kind of things can have a collaboration with the institutions, or institutions can have a collaboration with such a industry or the research organization to offer this PG programs in order to boost that PG level this thing admissions and other things. And apart from this, there are a few changes in ODL and OL also. The criteria is a slight this thing. Then apart from this thing, all the institutions in a way enabled to have the approval for vocational courses in order to improve the skilling in the country. So these are some of the important things. And as sir rightly mentioned, and there are changes in the norms and the standards also. And these are some of the positive aspects with this. So now I request Chairman sir to take the questions from some of the institutions.
Yeah. Now please close the presentation.
Yes.
And now we'll ask with Dr. Bhargav. Please unmute Dr. Bhargav. First one. थोड़ा जल्दी करना आपको. Bhargav. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
First one.
That one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, Dr. Bhargav. You are unmuted.
Bhargav?
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, sir. But my question related to Viksit Bharat, sir. क्योंकि मैंने जब किया था ना.
Please ask. Please ask.
Right. क्योंकि तब मैंने ठीक है सर. मुझे just I have asked one question that our students upload all its suggestions to one particular portal regarding
Yes.
the Viksit Bharat,
Correct.
right?
Prime Minister's
Okay.
portal.
My
This
God.
is MyGov.
My God.
MyGov.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next, Dr. Latesh B. Chauhan. Chaudhary. Chaudhary.
No, he left.
Okay. PV Trivedi.
Dr. Trivedi,
Hello.
go ahead, please. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, just spare me just 3 minutes. There is a book titled Consider Dimension and Replace Pi, and it's published internationally and available.
Please, come to the point. We don't have.
Yeah.
See, this is not for a discussion on the book. This is about approval process.
Sir, I am talking about Viksit Bharat. And this book's concept replaces pi from the geometry, and even since it replaces pi from geometry, it also replaces from mathematics also. And it is already being considered as a reference book under National Education Policy 2020 in Mathematics 1 subject in Diploma Engineering, AICTE textbook. So how this book is implemented in all AICTE approved institute also?
Sir, actually, you are talking for that. We are going to have a separate session, and we are having a different policy.
Listen, what is your question? Please ask a question, please.
Okay, sir, this is a novel concept as well as a path-breaking research. And
this is not about that. See, Honorable Prime Minister has given a clarion call to give ideas to him, okay, for making India a developed India by 2047. So encourage all your students to log into MyGov, and register their ideas, okay? And your specific question, I think, please send an email. We need to understand what it is, and then we will answer that. Thank you. Go to the next, please. Jain.
okay, thank you, sir.
Sanjeev and Jain.
प्रश्नच नाही.
Dr. Sanjeev Jain.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. My question was that as we are a engineering institution affiliated to State Technical University of Maharashtra. Last time we have applied for newer courses under the NEP, say, education system for MBA as well as applied arts and craft. But because the State Technical University does not have in their statute regarding affiliation of these courses, we had to go back to the conventional university from which we detached ourselves for affiliating to a technical university. Now we are again supposed to go back to the conventional university, and we have to cater with two different universities, though AICTE has given us permission. So is it possible that we can have a single university which would be giving us affiliation for all these kind of courses?
Listen, this is out of subject for us, because see, you are asking a question: what university you are to register? I mean, be affiliated. So I think that is decided by you are a government institution, Dr. Jain.
No, we are a private engineering college.
What is the engineering college? Now we are affiliated to which university now?
We are affiliated to State Technical University of Maharashtra, D. Batu.
So then you have any problem there for taking any approval for MBA program? I don't see any problem because many
Sir,
of
they do not have any process of affiliation to any other courses than technical courses.
No.
No.
You are wrong because I think you may not be knowing. Please check. MBA
Sir,
is
we have
made
checked.
of-
I had been, sir, with.
Anyway, see, we are not able to. I mean, we are not here to argue with you. But this is again the question. What is not AICT? You are saying AICT is already given approval to you, but you
Yes,
are
yes.
unable to do that. So you have to ask either UGC or that university. I cannot be talking on behalf of them. Okay, but
Okay,
we
okay.
will.
Thank you so much, sir.
If there is any suggestion you give us, we will write to them.
Yes.
I personally feel, if you permit me to, I personally feel that whatever the newer courses those have been added in by AICT, those should be also available with the state technical universities, because in
Listen, we have communicated to them also. It is not that we only give you permission. Okay, we have given communication to them. They have to go through their process. Like they have a senate, they have
Okay.
a certificate, so they have to approve there and then say yes, go ahead for you. Because finally, you have understood. You are a professor,
Yes, sir.
so the degree will be awarded by them, not by AICTE.
Yes.
AICTE is an agency which actually decides the quality in technical education.
Norms.
Right, sir.
Norms and standards. We set the norms and standards.
Yes,
So
sir.
finally degree will be awarded. So you need their concurrence for awarding a degree. So please approach them. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Next, Umesh. Sorry. Yeah. Umesh Badade.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Sir, in section
Yes, sir.
2.6, you have mentioned there is no upper limit on the intake, right? So,
Yes.
for existing institutes. So,
Yes, sir.
and for 3 years extension of approval, you said certain criteria, right? So, whether any institute which is existing can have no upper limit.
See, that is what exactly we have said. There is
No,
no.
but in the meeting which was conducted on 9th, they were saying that it is applicable to good performing institutes, and the
Exactly.
criteria was given that actually.
Well performing institution. You
Well
please
performing.
read that properly.
Yeah,
See,
well performing.
we have also given clear guidelines of what are well performing institution. That is NIRF may you should have appeared. Our NBA accredited institution should be there. Okay, we have given 80% of your
Yes, sir.
student admission should happen last 3 years.
But in 2.6, nothing is mentioned about that, sir.
No, it is there. You please read carefully.
I'm reading it online only, sir. Right now only I'm reading.
Sir, actually, I think you need to fulfill that infrastructure facilities and all those
Yeah,
things.
okay, that's enough.
2.6 is talking about. So we will check it.
Yes.
Okay. What is that? You said 2.6, no?
Yeah, 2.6.
For the existing institution. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll check.
yes, sir.
I think you're reading, you're reading in between. Maybe first paragraph you should read correctly.
Yeah, I'm
Then
reading
you will
first
understand.
paragraph only, sir.
Hmm.
That there is no remove the upper limit on intake earlier allowed for courses, right? And this is subject to fulfillment of infrastructure. There is nothing written about well-performing institutes. So that's why my query was there actually.
Sir, infrastructure and as well as
Yeah, that's okay.
filled in a faculty position in
Yes,
advance.
sir. Yes, sir.
So it is not a faculty position going to be recruited after approval. It is before that only faculty
sir. Yes,
to
sir.
be in
Yes, sir.
place. And then there is a process of visit and all those things.
So,
Yeah,
listen,
sure.
I think you're correctly read it and it is correct only. That means if you have enough faculty in advance and enough infrastructure, you can apply. Then we will review it.
That is only for well performing. Those people only are having all these things. Extra faculty more than what is prescribed by as the bare minimum faculty student ratio, that is 1:20. Much more than that, if any institution is having, can only think of going for this increase.
Okay.
So means naturally that is possible only with the indirectly well performing institutions.
But in 2.1a, the well-performing institute definition is given by you. So whether it is connected with this requirement or not, that's my question was actually.
Sir, actually, yes. Yeah, that is. Sir, actually for multiple years approval at a time, that
yes.
criteria or this thing. See, multiple, please don't mix up multiple years with this one.
No, actually on 9th of December, that was mixed. That's why I am trying to clear that doubt actually.
Nice, sir.
That's all.
Actually, they.
Okay, I understood. You have also understood.
Yes,
There are
sir.
anyway, when you apply also there will be a lot of discussions.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. Thank you.
Please apply. Don't worry.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next, please. Registrar.
SK Hadia.
SK.
Dr. SK Hadia. Please, sir.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please
Please.
continue. Please continue.
Sir, we are running PG programs, PG in AI and data science. If you want to rename that program, MA in computer engineering into bracket AI and data science, is it possible? Because in the process you are given there.
You are asking a very general question, which is everybody is having. Okay. So I think
It is actually, sir, whatever that nomenclatures we have permitted, there are more than 700 plus nomenclatures available. And if you want to think of going for a change in that, 200% you are permitted to go for a change.
it's possible. Next
This
question.
nomenclature is not given there. That's why
Sir,
I'm asking.
whatever everybody is thinking, we cannot make that as a nomenclature, sir. So
Okay.
plus minus is not possible always, because actually it has to go through the process of experts review and all those things. And whatever
sir.
nomenclatures we have brought in has gone through the process. If you are having something new or some idea or suggestion, as sir rightly mentioned, please write to us. We will take it forward for further this thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Next, please.
Next, registrar SDBC. Please, sir. Okay, if you are not there, we'll go to next. Next, Dr. Amol Deshmukh. Amol Deshmukh.
No, he's not.
Next, St. John College of Engineering.
Hello,
Yes, madam, please.
good afternoon, sir. So I had three queries.
Yes,
One is for the working professionals additional division. There is an 80% enrollment clause mentioned.
yes.
Is it an 80% overall enrollment for all the courses or for that
Yes.
specific course?
No. It is overall as an institution for a particular program and at a particular level. For example, if you are an engineering college and
Right.
running the diploma level also, UG level and PG level, if you are looking for a working professional course to be offered at UG level, then all UG level courses put together, whatever the intake approved by AICTE, against that your institution need to have 80% this thing admissions.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir. So a second query what I had is, our trust has a college running the BMS program. So for the BMS program, if we want to get approved by AICTE, is the same procedure apply on the NSW portal, seek a user ID password and apply?
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
exactly.
Okay. And sir, a last query. In the list of documents for new institutions, you are planning to start a PGDM institution. So
Okay.
for the detailed project report, it is only listed under the private lease of land or building. So if we have our own land and own building, are we still required to submit a DPR, sir?
Madam, actually DPR is a common thing for all. That is a generic
Yeah, I do
thing.
realize that, sir. I just was a little confused because it's only
No,
specified
no,
under
no,
the
no.
private
No, no, no.
lease
It is
document.
no, madam. I think you have not read that first chapter also. Please, you read the first chapter before going to the documents which are required. So in that also we have clearly mentioned in the first chapter, any new institution for any program or for
Okay.
any courses which need to look for approval, they need to have a DPR in place.
Okay, fine, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Latesh B. Chaudhary.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. So, sir, last year, in a special case, logistics and supply chain management is approved by AICTE after approval process. And in extent that EOA, it was mentioned that it is applicable for 1 year. So will that course will be continue this time, or we need to apply against the course?
Sir, it will continue, sir, but only thing is, I hope you are very well aware that AICTE approval is on annual basis, means year on year basis. For a particular course, if approval is granted in a particular academic year, and if they want to continue in the next academic year, once again, they have to come back and take approval.
Right.
However, this time we are giving multiple years in case if your institution get eligibility to get approval for multiple years, then for 3 years you need not have to come back and take approval of, provided if there is no change is expected by your institution in the successive years.
Okay, thank you, sir. And one more, sir, that for the increase in intake and new program, we need to provide faculty in advance.
Yes.
So at the time of application, we need to take people for the first year only, or for all entire 4 years? Because we are our 50% courses are MBA accredited.
Sir, actually, AICTE policy or the norms and standards are all that minimum norms and standards, means that 1:20 is the bare minimum faculty requirement. And institutions should not stick to 1:20. They should always have, in order to have a betterment at your institution level, in order to have a better research activities, consultancy activities, naturally the institutions need to have a more faculty in place. See here, the concept behind permitting the institutions to go for increase in intake or the new courses is in a way those institutions which are already having a faculty in excess than what AICTE prescribes as the bare minimum faculty requirement. Such institutions means indirectly the target is to have the well-performing institutions to come forward and take approval for increase in intake or the additional courses. Naturally, yes, that extra requirement is for the first year, and again, year on year basis, the addition of the faculty should be there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Next.
Shilpa code.
Yes, yes. Yeah, Shilpa Kodgere.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, my query is, my institute is private engineering college in Maharashtra.
Yes.
Can we start BBA and BCA course in our institute?
No, you are an engineering college or what?
Engineering college.
Yes, you can start, madam. If your
And
institution, no, if your institution already having MCA, MBA.
No, MCA, MBA, yes, we have.
So then it is very easy for your institution. Already you are having both the programs in place.
Yes.
That is this BCA will fall under computer application program.
Yes.
And BBA will fall under management program.
Yeah.
So already you are having both the the courses under both the programs at PG level. Now you are going to add UG level programs, that is BCA and BBA or BMS.
Yes.
So it is very easy for your institution. Only thing is you need to add a new level at UG under the program computer application and management.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Dr. Rajesh Goyal. Dr. Rajesh Goyal.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question is related to the nomenclature which is being published in AICTE handbook. So we want to run some additional program like advanced construction management, which is not listed there. So is there will be any opportunity that we can just request to AICTE to add that nomenclature?
Sir, actually, every approval process handbook we keep on writing. I think institutions are not reading our norms and standards chapter. If you read that chapter, it is clearly mentioned that every year before 30th of October or November, any institution looking for starting a new program, new course, there is a procedure involved. They have to submit the detailed procedure, the syllabus and other things to AICTE, and AICTE is having a procedure. Simply we cannot add all the nomenclatures which the institutions wanted to run or wanted to start. So even in a university also, they are having their own procedure of giving affiliation to a particular course. see, whatever that nomenclatures we have listed in our approval process handbook, all nomenclatures are available in all the universities. It is not like that. So the universities also will have their procedure, and they also will take a call on which are the nomenclatures need to be permitted accordingly. If any new thing to be included, it has to go through the process. And if you want, you should have written to AICTE before November 30th. And we could have taken it to we will put it into that process of getting it cleared with experts committee. And if the experts feel that this particular course makes sense in adding into the list of nomenclatures available, definitely we will get it done. But now I think the time is up for this particular year. If you want, you can.
But
just
sir, when this all policy was put on the consultation, that time we sent.
Sir, that is what I am telling you. When that we also invited suggestions, so that this thing, I mean, detailed syllabus need to be submitted to AICTE. That I mentioned. No, there is a clear procedure in every approval process handbook. It is mentioned. If your institution has submitted that within the last date, we could have taken it up.
Sir, sorry, your voice was not audible in between. Can you please repeat it?
Actually, sir, any new course need to be added. For that, a complete syllabus for that particular course to be submitted to AICTE within the 30th November.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So only next year it will be opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Surya. Dr. Surya? No. Next is Truba Institute. Truba Institute, please. Dr. Ravindra Vedya. Dr. Ravindra Vedya, please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead. Audible.
Yeah. Actually, we are running BBA course under the Savitribai Phule Pune University. And
Yes, sir.
It is actually.
Sir, can you speak close to the mic?
Yes, sir. I am speaking close to mic only. Am I audible?
No, your voice is.
Voice is little low, sir. Please come to close to speaker.
1 second.
Or you increase the volume of your system.
Am I audible?
Yeah, little bit okay.
Okay. We are running BBA program affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University with intake capacity for each division 80. Now we are shifting to, we are supposed to get affiliation from AICTE, and currently we are following the norms of Savitribai Phule Pune University and Government of Maharashtra.
Yes.
So we'll be getting some, because that norms of AICTE are little bit higher in terms of faculty also, because in Government of Maharashtra we are having a workload based faculty ratio, and in AICTE it is a student ratio based faculty ratio. So we will be getting some time to fulfill all the requirements, infrastructure as well as faculty for AICTE.
Sir, actually I got one small question. So workload based faculty requirement means if your institution is having only 10 students for a particular course, how many faculties are required in order to run that particular course?
It is depending upon the workload, because we will calculate the workload.
That is what actually even see, for a particular subject for 10 students and even 60 students per section, that workload remains same, no?
No, it is not same.
Why? Except for the practicals in terms of theory, how it varies.
I will explain you, sir. I will explain you. I have a 720 students in my college. As per the workload, we have a 15 faculty required. And as per your faculty requirement, it requires 29 people. This is the huge difference.
Sir, how for 720, 15 faculty required?
Yeah, it is as per the workload, because number of courses are remain same, either irrespective of whether it is a 10 student or whether it is a 70 students. Number of courses will remain same. Workload will be calculated based on a number of courses.
Exactly, sir. And practicals also will matter. So number of batches, it also depends on.
That is correct. That is correct. Yeah, that's why I am telling you, because we have sanctioned the workload from Government of Maharashtra. That is for 720 students, sanctioned workload is 15. And as per the student teacher ratio, it is going to 29 now. How an institution can fulfill within a month the whole thing?
Sir, actually, no. Here, I think you are having a misconception. As far as the existing BCA, BBA institutions are concerned, as is basis, I also explained in the beginning. I don't know whether you all listened to my this thing.
Yeah, I listened it.
Yeah, so means as is basis means I hope you will understand that whatever the policy, whatever that university norms, whatever your government policies presently is there, with the same thing AICTE will going to permit them. Whatever that new, if any new institution altogether coming up for the first time to take approval for BC and BBA, for them this whatever that student teacher ratio which we have put in our this thing policy document will be strictly applicable. For an existing institution, so overnight or all of a sudden we cannot bring a new different policy, and that is why we are clearly mentioning as is basis institutions will be permitted. Not only see, you are talking about
This will be same for infrastructure also.
Exactly, sir. I am about to say that only. It's not just faculty, even other requirements also. But if any institution which is coming up for the first time, for them definitely we restrict them, or we strictly follow what is prescribed in our approval process handbook. And over a period of time, we wanted other institution also to fall in line in order to have a streamlined growth.
So that means we will get a time to fulfill the AICTE, as per the AICTE requirement.
Exactly, sir. Actually, see, always whenever there is a change, that also comes with some time.
But that has to be mentioned in the draft. That should be mentioned in the approval process handbook.
Sir, actually, that is why we are clear.
Requirement also as it is. Because you have mentioned specifically only building and principal director will be as it is, and other norms has to be followed by AICTE guideline.
Sir, actually, other norm, sir, that is what, no, sir. Sir, we cannot have a policy, different things for different people. So it's not like that. See, we cannot write everything like X will be permitted and Y will not be permitted like that. A policy is common for all. We too understand that existing institutions will be this thing. I mean, permitted some time to do it. So that is why we are keep on doing this interactions, and we are clarifying all your doubts. Even in all our this one, we have made it very clear. So
and there is a last question. We have a division of 80 in our university, and AICTE approved a division of 60. How it can be done?
Sir, actually, our standard is based on this thing. I mean, there is a scientific reason for that. So even in AICTE also 60, we are also having a policy of supernumerary seats under different schemes, either by the state government or by the central government or by that AICTE itself. Like there are a tuition fees waiver scheme. There is a scheme called PMSSS. Under that, Government of India will allot some students.
Sir, but our university norm has a 80
Sir,
students per division.
Sir, first please listen to me. Let me allow to complete. Even as per AICTE policy also, there is a provision to going up to 72, including all the supernumerary seats, including that lateral entry seats and other things. So in a way, your whatever state government, to my understanding, as far as BCA and BBA courses are concerned, there is no supernumerary concept. So that is why there is no addition of this thing. I mean, the students in the later stage, I mean, in the second year or in the second year. Whereas in engineering and other AICTE approved courses, this provision of supernumerary like NRI, PIO, OCI, then other schemes, etc., all will put together. If any institution is having approval for all such cases, the number 60 will go up to 72. Means almost extra 12 students will get added. So that is why you need not have to worry about that 80. As of now, we are going to consider as is basis for granting that approval. So that is not an issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for doubt clearing.
Yes.
Manoj Kumar Deshpande. Dr. Jignesh. Dr. Prashant Kapure.
Please unmute Manoj Kumar.
Please unmute Principal Sanjeevani. Principal Sanjeevani.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Sir, thanks for opening the doors of autonomy for polytechnics. So that guidelines has been already shared by AICTE to all the polytechnics. One request was there, like as this is the first time it has been introduced, and the date of submission for the applications is 31st of October. So for 24-25, if we want to start, as a first time, can it be like something can be done for that? Because what will happen, na, it would be in 25-26 only, if by these norms. If we want
Sir, actually, no, sir. Sir, anyway, first of all, no, your increase in intake or adding a new course is not restricted or prevented because of getting this autonomy. Okay, the autonomy is a different aspect, and only thing is where this autonomy will going to help is in getting multiple years approval. So anyway, you are having that criteria for other things to be fulfilled. Even that 80% enrollment criteria is there for going with that multiple years. So that is why you need not have to worry. As soon as this approval is done, so you can, or parallelly along with this approval also, your institution can think of making an application for getting autonomy, and it will be granted parallelly.
Okay, so it can be done parallelly.
Yes. Okay. These are the two different things. They
Yeah,
are not only thing is if you are having a this thing autonomy granted. Only thing is for I mean with that this year's policy. So it is one of the criteria for getting this multiple years of approval and getting other benefits. Anyway, as soon as you get the autonomy, you will get into that benefit more.
No, that's okay, sir. I'm not concerned about the other benefits. We are already NBA accredited institute. The thing was to start with an autonomous polytechnic. We are actually trying from 2 years with our MSBT.
No, that anyway you can do it. No, so who is preventing? Now also anyway policy is out and you can make an application, and whatever this applications you are going to submit. No, that October 31st is the last date in a particular year to get that this thing autonomy. So anyway, the first time we have introduced, and this time there will be a possibility of getting some of the applications processed well in advance, maybe in the month of January or February, something like that. Anyway, anyway we have noted, and we also communicate to that consent section for looking into this particular issue.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Bomane. Dr. D.S. Bomane.
Namaskar, sir. This is regarding the new courses last year AICTE permitted to various colleges in Maharashtra. That is courses like VLSI, design and technology. And in the approval process, you have mentioned this. The approval is over and above the intake of 23-24. And this is one-time approval for the above courses for the academic year 23-24 only. What about in 24-25? Because we are going to develop the infrastructure for second year, third year, final year for this particular batch.
Sir, actually, the thing is that particular year, in case if you are not going to run it forever, then it will be like a supernumerary kind of a thing. In case if you wish to continue that particular course, like any other course, naturally you have to have all the requisite facilities in place. Even that provision is also made in this year. If you wish to continue approval for that one, you have to make an application this year. And from this year onwards, so naturally that requirement will be counted.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So we can.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you can continue also.
Rajveer Shastri. Dr. Rajveer Shastri.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, our question is in the existing institution, for increase in intake, you have made clear that you will give some time for infrastructure and faculty recruitment.
Where it is mentioned, time for this thing, means till the last date of submission of the application or till the time this EVC is going to be conducted. By that time, everything should be in place And as far as the faculty is concerned, the faculty should be in advance. So it is not after this thing. All these years, no, the increase in intake is linked with the NBA accreditation. That is why if any institution is having NBA accreditation means the assumption is they are already overcome this bare minimum faculty requirement of 1:20. Means they are having much more faculty than what is required as per the student teacher ratio of 1:20. With that concept, we are permitting the institution without showing the faculty in the beginning or at the time of making application for getting an increase in intake or a new course. Now, in absence of this NBA, we are expecting the institutions to have faculty in place. Means in a way that well-performing institutions will be permitted. Otherwise, see, if your existing facilities are not possible to meet the existing students, this one requirements, how can you overnight bring all such facilities and faculty members to cater to the requirement of new intake or that additional intake? So that is why infrastructure need to be in place. And already I think for the last 2 years, even in terms of number of classrooms and other things, there is a requirement, I mean reduced requirement of the classrooms. So in a way, all good institutions or that well-performing institutions are having enough facilities and even the faculty members also. So you need to have the faculty. See, why you are only calculating with 1:20? Who is preventing institutions to have more faculty members? This 1:20 is like a 35% marks in order to get a pass in any subject. But in order to be like a first class or a distinction student, one need to score better marks. Similarly, in order to be on well-performing category or in order to have a better ranking or in order to have a research facilities or in order to promote research or in order to have this thing consultancy and other things in your play, I mean in your institution. So naturally, the extra faculty members are required. Even this is also one of the reason why this 1:20 is brought from 1:15 to 1:20, because now Swayam is also made available. See, even many of the institutions are trying to misinterpret like Swayam 40%. This one regulation is there, 40% of the credit can be transferred. It doesn't, they are asking like, sir, whether we can reduce the faculty by 40% in that 1:20 ratio. It is not like that. You cannot reduce the faculty. These are the bare minimum things. And in addition to this, any extra faculty, not extra, actually for a performing, better performing, you need to have more faculty in place. Similarly, this Swayam and other things also, in order to improve or in order to facilitate or in order to give a wide range of opening for your institution to get more and more subjects to be offered. Because every institutions cannot have faculty, especially in that latest technology for different subjects. In such a situation, this Swayam, especially for offering elective subjects or for offering minor degree courses or major degree courses, all these things will come in handy if you are making use of this Swayam and other things, apart from having a better faculty student ratio in your institution apart from the infrastructure. So that is why the institutions which are already having or fulfilling all these things can think of going for increase in intake.
Okay, sir. Thank you. We got it.
Next
And
is
no per time, extra time will be given.
Yogesh, Dr. Yogesh. Unmute Dr. Yogesh. Dr. Yogesh Gharpure. You are not
Next.
audible.
Next, Vidula Sohani, Principal.
Oh, Dr. P.S. Patil, sir.
Yeah, please, sir.
Dr. P.S. Patil.
Sir, please. Sir, please go ahead with your question quickly.
Oh, I think is not in.
Okay, next.
Dr. Vidula.
Vidula Sohani, Principal.
First.
See, don't change, yeah.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, in your presentation, it has been mentioned for the UA for 3 years.
Yes. One at a time, please. Vidula madam, please you hold.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Please go ahead. Oh yeah. Okay, madam. Please go ahead.
Okay. So this is regarding the EOA for 3 years. I just have one question. We are having 11 programs, undergraduate programs for BTech, out of which 3 programs are not eligible to appear for NBA because 2 batches are not yet passed out.
Yes.
And recently we got accredited by NBA for 3 programs.
Okay.
So are we eligible to apply for that EOA of 3 years?
So actually, it's not NBA alone is the only criteria for 3 years approval.
Okay.
There are other criteria also. 80% enrollment criteria is there. NIRF ranking is there. QS ranking is there. Then autonomous status is there. This NBA accreditation is for the 30% of eligible courses. So as you mentioned, 11 minus 3, because 3 are not eligible to go for accreditation. So means 8 courses are eligible to go for accreditation. Out of that, 3 are now got accredited. If the validity is there till April 30th, 2025, and if the number is crossing 30%, naturally you will become eligible.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Yeah, means definitely you are eligible because it is 30% means you are crossing that one. Wait, 30% of it is more than 3. Yeah.
But eligibility has to be till April 25.
Yes, madam. It is always like that because this is the approval which we are going to give for the next year.
Because we got the NBA approval for 3 years, but it was the approval up to December 24.
How is it for 3 years? You are telling that just
no, because
only
our current academic year was considered as 21-22.
Means for 21-22, now you got the permission from NBA.
Yes. Now the committee came and we got the approval. Just in September 23.
No, madam. Actually, how can they give? Then what is the fun in going for accreditation?
They came in September 23 and they gave us the accreditation till December 24.
Till December 24 means hardly you are getting for 1 year.
Yes, because they came late by 1 year, sir.
Anyway, madam, actually our policy is always this approval time to next approval time. During that time, the validity should be there. If your 3 courses are valid till that time, it is clearly mentioned, then you will get. Otherwise, you have to come through other criteria like 80% enrollment and other things.
Okay. And that 80% enrollment includes only first year enrollment, not direct second year enrollment.
No, madam. Actually, see, the second year enrollment is a supernumerary. Those 10 seats are supernumerary in nature.
Okay.
So first year, whatever approved intake we are giving based on that, and of course, it is at a particular level. What is that? Average enrollment. It is not against every course you need to have that 80%.
Okay, sir.
Overall enrollment. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, Dr. Yashwant. Dr. Yashwant. Dr. Yashwant, you are not audible. Dr. Shailesh. Dr. Shailesh Bhojani.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, this side, Dr. Ami Pandya.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to know that this is the approval process for the 3 year, but right now we are going to apply for NBA or NEC maybe by April. So, what will be the procedure for us? It will be for 1 year only.
Madam, actually, see, we have never mentioned or nowhere it is written that every institution will be given for 3 years approval. Only thing is this particular document or the policies which we have brought out now will going to be there for next 3 years unless and otherwise there is a this thing, I mean the change in the policy, except those changes, a corrigendum will be brought to this particular handbook. Means this particular handbook will be the policy document for next 3 years.
Okay.
If we are not going to make any changes, these policies will continue for this year and as well as for another 2 years. And similarly, if your institution is meeting the requirements which are mentioned clearly in the beginning of the second chapter, any one of the criteria is fulfilled, then such institution will become eligible to get 3 years. On the other hand, if any institution is not getting into that eligibility criteria or not willing to go for 3 years, as you rightly mentioned, your institution may be looking for something else, or maybe you are having a different plans for next academic year. Already that thought process is already there with your management. In such situation, we are not enforcing any institution to compulsorily go for 3 years. Even though they are eligible also, it is up to the institution to decide. Only thing is the provision is there for getting approval for at a time for 3 years. Even it was there earlier also in the form of extended EOA. However, any institution getting eligibility under this means for multiple years, it doesn't mean that we are going to, what is that, block them or put them freezed kind of a thing for next 3 years, not going for any changes. It is not like that. Even though you are taking approval for multiple 3 years, I mean multiple years, maybe for that next 3 years, you can come back in case if your institution is looking for any changes next year. As on today, you may be thinking that we don't want to go for changes next 3 years. In that concept, you might have applied and got that approval for 3 years. And after some time, your management or institution may come back with some other this thing thinking wherein you wanted to go for a change. Definitely, you can come accordingly. Whatever the changes your institution will be looking for, AICTE will charge only for that, not for other things.
Okay. And sir, one more thing, that you have said that portal will open by 20th December. Actually, we were planning to apply for NBA in the month of March. So now what we should do? Like
NBA in the month of March means our approval will be for the next academic year. Why you are mixing up this with NBA? NBA is nothing to do with this thing. If you are going to apply for this thing, last year approval letter, you can use it.
Okay. Okay.
Or if you want to make an application based on this year's approval letter, you have to wait for some more time. Anyway, we are going to complete the process in all respect before April 30th. And of course, in between also, we are planning to have on 2 or 3 occasions to release the approvals depending upon the nature of the applications and other things. In case if your institution is fortunate to get in advance, you can think of going for NBA accreditation based on this year approval also.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Shurya. Or Dr. Surya. Then Tejashri Deshmukh. Tejashri Deshmukh. No, niche. Truba Institute. No, you are not audible. Times Adipur.
TMIMS Adipur.
TMIMS Adipur. Unmute, please unmute.
Yes, madam.
Sir.
Yeah, please. Why you are removing? कहाँ चले जा रहे हैं? उसको वापस ले लो. वापस डालो सर्च.
TMIMS. TMIMS.
TM यार. IMS. Okay, Truba group.
Yeah, please unmute Truba.
Truba. इसको ऐड करो. Yeah. Is it TMIMS Adipur?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, madam.
Sir, we are having MBA program since 2016 and we want to start BBA program. So are we required to appoint new director or our existing MBA director can handle the post? So this is our first question.
No, one question at a time. Okay, no, actually you are already having MBA. So BBA is a undergraduate level of management program. There is no need of a separate director for BBA. So your MBA director will this thing because both are belonging to that same this thing. I mean the program called management.
Yeah. And sir, second question is also can we share our existing infrastructure like of our MBA program in our BBA
See,
program?
No. That is what actually, if you are having excess infrastructure, there is no restriction. Even that computer lab and other things, yes, definitely. But both the things are put together, whatever the requirement we have mentioned, it should be met. That's it. See, in case for your MBA, existing MBA, if you got more this thing, I mean in number, in terms of computer or in terms of classrooms and other things, and there is no additionality is required for running this BBA, naturally you can. Here it is not the question of sharing. It is actually you are using that all the facilities. It is for the common program and anyway AICTE is permitting this even for other things also, not only for your MBA and kind of a thing. So even for other programs also it can be, but only thing is all programs are put together. What is the required numbers in terms of computers, in terms of number of classrooms, in terms of number of laboratories, all such things need to be met. Here we are not this thing. What is the demarcating or compartmentalizing like only exclusively a computer lab should be there for computer science or something like that. It is not there.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, next is, hello. Vansha Bhosle. Hello.
Varsha.
Varsha Bhosle. No, she is not there.
Okay, next.
Hello.
St. John College of Engineering.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening,
Yes,
sir.
madam.
So
Yeah.
I just had one request regarding the faculty qualifications. There have been a lot of emerging areas which have been coming up in the last few years. A request to AICTE if it can, a new faculty qualification document can be updated, which will be even helpful for us when we go to university for faculty approval.
Actually, madam, that anyway, you please write to AICTE. That is one aspect.
Okay.
That is because we have got a policy and academic planning bureau, and that particular bureau will look into all these things. The second thing is keeping that in mind only in view of the emerging area and other things. We too understand that the existing faculty members in large or at large or not having exposure to that latest technologies like especially that emerging area, IoT, cyber security, this kind of a thing. That is why AICTE has made already a provision in the form of a professor of practice or assistant professor of practice and associate professor of practice. I hope if you see our this thing that chapter on norms and standards, you will come across all these things. So
Yes, sir.
this is permitted. This provision is there, and that number has been increased. Percentage has been increased from 10% to 15%. Means
Yes, sir, I have seen that.
so within this 15%, definitely you can think of bringing such people who are having this one. I mean exposure or having experience in latest technology with a minimum years of experience. Like we are permitting assistant professor of practice with just 5 years of experience, associate professor with 8 years of experience, like that.
Yes, sir.
So that only thing is you need to follow the norms in order to onboard such this thing experts in order to teach such subjects. And also AICTE encourage all the institutions to make use of SWAYAM. Means that a credit transfer is possible, and SWAYAM you will find a lot of courses which are latest this thing technology oriented also. So you can think of going through that.
Definitely, sir. So my second query which I had is, as I mentioned earlier, my trust is having a college which runs the BMS course. So as per our earlier discussion, what I understood was BBA and BCA, it is mandatory to get an approval from AICTE this year.
Yes.
Is it mandatory for BMS too, or is it an optional thing, sir?
No, madam. BMS is also a undergraduate program under the program called management. BMS, especially in Maharashtra, I think many institutions are running or offering this BMS, Bachelor of Management Science. Yes, for that also it is required. I think in our approval process handbook also it is mentioned. And you are kindly requested to refer a UGC 2016 course nomenclature guidelines. I mean that program nomenclature. In that also BBA, BMS and BCA are clearly mentioned, and whereas earlier nomenclatures were done away with the things.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Next is Mr. Ilyas Khan.
Ilyas Khan, Trinity, Bhopal.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are very much.
Sir, good evening. Sir,
sir,
I
please.
have a query regarding this BCA program basically.
Tell me, sir.
Suppose we are basically engineering institution and we wish to start the BCA program in an institution. But basically in Bhopal, there are 3 universities.
Yes.
Like Rajiv Gandhi Technical University, Barkatullah University, and one is the Makhalan University.
Okay.
So, which will be the our affiliating university in case if we go for the BCA?
Sir, actually it is your institution has to decide, and one more thing is where exactly your institution is located, and your state government will have a affiliating universities jurisdiction also. Depending on that, your institution has to decide. And anyway, we are permitting your institution being a engineering college going to offer this BCA and BBA, you will be permitted. But only thing is the affiliating university need not be RGPV. It may be some other university like as you mentioned Barkatullah University or one more that the name which you have mentioned.
Yeah.
But that depends on the jurisdiction of that university. That you have to see where exactly you are located and which is the jurisdiction as far as the affiliation to that BCA and BBA courses are concerned.
Right. So, sir, for this BCA, course will come under the engineering course or like
No.
application?
Sir, actually BCA is under computer applications and BBA is under management. They are 2 different programs. Engineering and technology is a program under which you will not get this BCA or MCA. They will fall under the program called computer applications.
Right. So, sir, even though we are not running the MCA course, even then we can go for this BCA?
Yes, sir. But only thing is, as a new program, you have to add a computer application. Under that computer application, you can add the undergraduate course called BCA.
Okay.
And for that, whatever extra requirements need to be produced or fulfilled, that need to be there in place.
Right, sir. Thank you. Sir, one more query actually. Sir, actually, suppose we wish to start a particular program which comes under the emerging area. Right, and that particular course that is not offered by that particular university, our affiliating university.
Sir, actually, we have clearly mentioned that, see, finally, whatever courses you are willing to run or you are willing to offer, finally, who is going to award the degree for those students? Your affiliating university. AICTE is not going to award the degrees for your students. So naturally, you have to get the consent from the concerned affiliating university. If your concerned affiliating university is permitting your institution to offer any new course, we don't have any problem. We have put so many courses in our approval process handbook, and it doesn't mean that all the courses are available in all the universities. It is not like that. So some of the universities will have some courses and some other university will have some other courses. But always institutions can approach the university and ask the university. Now it is a high time for the institutions to request the universities depending upon our approval process handbook, or I mean whatever that course nomenclature is available, to make an application to get included in their this thing affiliation process, so that it will become easy once you get approval from AICTE side.
Right. Sir, for example, like in the emerging area list of AICTE, there is a program called like 3D printing. But in our affiliating university, there is a program that is called 3D animation and design.
Sir, so that is what I think earlier, I don't know whether you all listened to my explanation. There was a similar question. See,
Right.
if you want a different course nomenclature to be included in our approval process handbook, for that there is a procedure. So you cannot take approval for whatever the nomenclatures which we have included, and you cannot run something else. Again, that is also not correct. This thing
Okay,
legally.
sir.
So
Right,
that
sir.
is why if you want a course nomenclature, this thing different, because whatever we have included, it is available in one or the other university in India.
Right, sir.
Similarly, if your university is having a different nomenclature, then
Right.
you should write to us to include that nomenclature. Sir, this is already offered by our university. Please kindly include this also, so that the institutions like us in the state of so and so, I mean Madhya Pradesh or whatever Rajasthan, can think of offering, because these things are already offered by our affiliating
Right,
universities.
sir. Right, sir. Okay, sir. So kind of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
So my request with the stakeholders that the most of the questions has been taken care
Yeah,
by
if
our
there are different
honorable advisor, sir. If there is a different question, then you definitely came across and ask your questions. If your questions are same and it has been already answered earlier, please do not repeat. It's a humble request. Now, Mr. P.S. Patil.
Some Deshpande is asking, just see.
Okay. Next, I think.
See, those who are not there, don't raise a hand and leave. If you want serious about asking the question, then only you raise. Otherwise, don't block the opportunity of others.
So it will be a blocking opportunity for others also. Now, Amol Deshmukh, we have already.
Here, there is no advance booking.
Hello. No,
Yeah,
no,
Amol Deshmukh.
Amol.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much.
If you have different questions, then go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, in your presentation for 3 years approval, it has been mentioned that average 80% admissions for last 3 years.
Yes, sir.
And on page number 12 of 2.1, point number Roman 6, it is for consecutive 5 years. It has been mentioned.
Yes, sir.
What is your question?
Hello.
Yes, sir. What is the problem?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello. Unmute here, this side.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. This side.
Hello.
Sir, we are this thing. You are audible. Please go ahead.
Hello.
You are audible, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Hello.
हाथ में click करो.
Hello.
हाँ, इसको click करो.
Click करो.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, sir, actually,
sir, what is the problem? Actually, see, you are looking for multiple years, or what exactly you wanted?
No, we have lost the connectivity, sir, I think.
Okay, next.
Now we can take the Jignesh. Jignesh
Varghese.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is regarding that we are affiliated engineering institute. Want to start BBA and BCA. That's fine. Okay, you have answered the thing. We can start. Now, my concern is that we can recruit the faculty like MBA that can teach the student. MC, MBA.
Sir, actually, it is already well known thing. Even UGC also has this thing come out with a regulation. Who can teach whom? See, we cannot debate or we cannot bring something new against the UGC policy or even our own policy. We have clearly mentioned, you please refer to our pay scales. What are the eligibility conditions for teaching?
Yeah, yes, sir. In AICTE, MBA recruit as a lecturer or assistant professor. That's why.
Sir, that is what, if it is permitted from our side, it is possible. If there is a restriction from your university, finally you have to fulfill the university requirements also. See, here there should not be any clash between any of the authorities. You have to take care of all the things, and accordingly you can proceed.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Ashish Jain. Dr. Ashish Jain.
Hello.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Sir, the NSWS system only allows one application under the one PAN number. I already have 2 degree colleges in the same society offering BCA. So we are unable to open 2 applications in NSWS.
No, why you want to open this thing? You are already having a BCA, no, along with, no, what you want, what exactly you wanted to do, you tell me.
Sir, we have 2 degree colleges in the same society which are offering BCA courses, 2 different colleges. And we want to now go for this ACT affiliation, ACT approval. So I need to open once I go to NSWS, it's asked me to that I can only open one project. I have to go for 2 applications because they are 2 different colleges.
Yes, you are not having this one, your this thing institution registrar or institution, this one principal, that it is asking for 2 different this one, no? I mean that PAN numbers.
The PAN number of the society it is asking, sir, actually. Not the principal.
We know that. That is what your principal ko bhi PAN number only registration purpose ko hai na. Anyway, we also requested them. Yes, this was the issue last year also. So only thing is it is asking for a unique thing, and because actually no, there the thought process is one institution and one this one kind of a thing. Anyway, we made a request, and also once again we will talk to them and we will come back and intimate you people.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Dr. Yashwant.
Madam, so that one है ना,
Tejashri.
note down कीजिए. Tejashri Deshmukh. Yes, madam, please.
Next, Manoj Kumar Deshpande.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I had to put a lot of effort to come in. So nice to explain. But I have a question regarding twinning programs.
Yes, sir.
So I have opened this one, and in the clauses regarding NBA, it is mentioned that the score should be above 650. So it is counted for any one program, because we have accredited 4 programs, and some of them are having above 650 and less 650. So any one program is required above 650, so that
Sir,
we can go for
actually,
twinning.
no, sir, 1 minute. Our twinning is also program wise only. Program means course wise only, basically. From AICTE perspective, what you are thinking or your assumption of program, from our perspective, it is a course. Program means engineering and technology is a program. Under that, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, these are called courses from AICTE perspective. I hope you are talking in terms of that only. They are called as, in general, they are also called as programs. In UGC, our program is called as discipline, and our courses are called as programs. So not an issue. So in case if your 1 or 2 courses are having, or according to your programs are having a 650 and above, only those courses are eligible to go for twinning. See, twinning is not for the whole college, or not for that all the courses which are running in your institution. It is only for a particular program against which we will permit. So
Then
you
for
have to
computers,
apply. Yeah.
I'm sorry. For computer and electronics, we have complied second time, and in compliances there is no score mentioned. So
Sir,
they comply or not?
Sir, we don't know, because see, I cannot talk or I cannot debate on the other organizations which is awarding marks and other things. Only our policy is if your this thing is more than 650, so then we will consider that one. In case if you are having any doubt why they have not allotted marks, you please write to them.
Okay, fine. So we can go ahead, electrical and computer there. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Ramesh Kulkarni.
Ramesh Kulkarni.
Hello, Dr. Ramesh Kulkarni.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening.
Please.
Good evening.
Quickly.
My question is regarding that adjunct professor, what you are actually mentioned. It is a 10 to 15% you increase, no? So shall we consider for course wise or a total whatever number of this one is?
Sir,
considered?
actually it is not. Sir, the problem, no, we are getting lot of complaints against some of the institutions that as and when that AICTE makes some this thing, I mean, keeping in that larger perspective and also in order to help that cutting edge technology or the latest technology to be taught by the faculty members.
Yeah.
In some of the areas, so you are not in a position to, I mean, use your existing faculty to teach such subjects. So,
that is what.
Yeah, that is what. See, only for such things this provision is made.
So that is for that only I am asking. So
yes.
If I suppose, for example, in one particular cutting edge technology we already started, we are
Yes.
not getting the actual according to whatever the rules you.
Sir, that is what. No. What we are trying to say is, if we are permitting, see, I think you have to read that class carefully. If we are permitting up to 15%, in that 10% must be in that professor of practice or assistant professor or associate practice. Again, with respect to a particular course in which you are looking for this one, it is not for the entire college. In our entire college, if 90 faculty are required, sir, I am going to have 10% of the faculty and under this category, and I will use all these people to teach only computer science. No, it is not like that.
Okay. And my second question is, sir, actually we changed the nomenclature of electrical to electrical and computer. So now.
No. How you are change on your own? You cannot change. You have to make an application and get a formal approval for the change also.
That is what actually I am saying. We are already with that one. So my question is, DT is saying that electrical branches are eligible for the MBA, but when actually we are making this change, then according to the MBA requirement, that we are supposed to clear the 3 batches are supposed to be passed out from that one. Okay.
Yes.
But they are saying that electrical, the same branch is also once again considered. You are changing the name. The branch is once again supposed to be considered same. Which one is we are supposed to follow for the
Sir, 1 minute. Actually, it is not as simple as you think. Even there is a change in the second part of the name also. Your first part may be electrical engineering and something is there. See, you might have seen in our approval process handbook, there are so many number of course nomenclatures are there. Means they are all branches. So whatever you are thinking, sir, हमने only थोड़ा change किया नाम में, ये नहीं हो सकता है, नहीं है sir. Whatever that name you are using, and with the same name, if your institution has come out with 2 batches passed out, then only that particular course is going to become eligible for making application to NBA. In between, if you are changing, again you have to wait for that new nomenclature, or otherwise your NBA should be convinced by your side that this was the thing earlier and this is the new thing. If NBA accepts, then we don't have any problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Ashish Jain.
Ashish Jain.
No, he's not there. I think Vaishali Bijwe.
Restore intake.
Hello,
Restore
Vaishali.
intake of institute. It is possible.
Yes, madam. What do you want? You want to restore your institution intake?
Yeah.
Yes, you can restore your institution intake.
Without increase option.
Increase option is possible, but first of all, why your institution intake is reduced? Because you are not meeting. No. First of all, my question is why your institution intake is reduced?
Because of admission is less.
That is why. Why admission is less?
Electronics department.
That is what means whether AICTE has reduced the intake or on your own you are reduced the intake.
Not a institute. AICTE reduced the intake.
Yes, madam. Whether AICTE reduced or on your own you are reduced, definitely this time you are having an opportunity to go for increase apart from restoration also. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can apply for both restoration and as well as increase in intake, provided your institution is fulfilling all other requirements which are clearly mentioned in the approval process handbook.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Hello, Tejashree Deshmukh.
Already liya, sir.
I think they are different, Shayad. That Deshmukh is different.
Unmute. Yeah, the Truba group of institution.
Truba.
Hello.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
Uh, hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Good evening, sir. We are AICTE approved technical institution based at Bhopal. Apart from running engineering colleges, we are having one institution having BBA program that is entirely separate from engineering, land building, each and everything. Do we need to go for approval from AICTE from this year?
Yes,
is it
sir.
mandatory for us?
Sir, as a policy from this year onwards, BCA and BBA or BMS courses are also need to get a AICTE approval. And in case if your management is running this BBA and BCA or BMS as a separate institution, with that name only you can apply for getting a formal approval. Anyway, as is basis, AICTE will consider your institution for grant of approval.
Okay, sir. So do we need to deposit separate FD and each and everything as per an institution?
If this thing, your institution, the one which you have mentioned, wherein your BCA and other courses are offered.
Only BBA, only BBA and BBA and commerce courses are run in that institute. And
if it is 1 minute, if it is in existence for more than 5 years, then there is no question of security deposit.
okay, sir. Sir, okay, because we have already got approval from higher education, state higher education, and we are affiliated to state university. That's what we have asked. We have already applied for.
No, that and all will remain same. We are not going to disturb, or we are not expecting your institution or the one your management is running to go for any changes at this point of time.
Right away, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Good day.
Okay, so I think last two questions we can take, sir.
Yeah, next.
Dr. Mrs. L.S. Admute.
Hello.
Madam, we thought that you left for the day.
No, sir. No, we are here. We are from Textile and Engineering Institute, Itsalkaranji, District Kolhapur, sir. And Ministry of Textile, Government of India is promoting technical textile project. And we are interested in that project. And for this, we have to start technical textile under change in name. We have textile plant engineering. We have to go for change in name to technical textile. Both are mentioned in the list of annexure 11. So is it possible, sir?
Just submitting for it. 1 second. Madam, actually, if it is already included in our approval process handbook, absolutely there is no problem. The procedure is very simple. You make application for change in course name. You have the system will ask what is the existing course name and what is the new name you wanted. Anyway, both are available in our approval process handbook. It is become very easy to get the new nomenclature.
Okay, sir. Okay. And second question is, sir, previously in process handbook, already it has been mentioned that how many lectures per semester is expected, teaching hours per semester is expected. Now in new process handbook, that guideline is not there. Or you can also guide us how many teaching days teaching hours per day. Both guidelines are required, sir.
No, madam, this is separate thing anyway that we will inform you, no problem. But even whatever, no, we are only dealing with that student teacher ratio. We are not dealing with your workload, but that workload depends on the type of the subject and also this thing. I mean that your curriculum, etc.
Okay.
Because and also the amount of this, yeah.
Sir, as per NEP guideline and number of credits has been reduced, we are very much interested to know about this.
Madam, actually, I clearly mentioned that why all the institutions are always going to the level of 35%. Why can't we think of 70%? Why can't we want to be in that elevated level? See that 1:20 faculty student ratio is the bare minimum thing which AICTE is expecting. It doesn't mean that every institution should always keep 1:20 faculty student ratio.
No, that is right, sir. But how many teaching days per semester?
How many teaching days per semester your university has to decide? If you are affiliated to a particular university, university will give a calendar of events.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. Vivek Joshi.
I will attend the
Sir,
program.
I think all
Yeah,
questions
we have
are now
done with
over.
all the things.
Yeah, it's now questions are repeating.
Yeah.
So we will take
call
your
it
permission.
Yeah.
We'll
to
take
close.
permission to close the interaction. I thank you on behalf of AICT for joining with us and
Yes,
having the
John.
interactions. Thank you so much. Close.